Huh? Why are you two here? I don't remember sending you an invitation, did I?
This is my brother's housewarming party, so of course my mother and I are here. We don't need an invitation. We have every right to attend. Especially considering that we already spoke with him and everything about it.
Oh, really? Well, just to remind you, this is also my house, okay? I really don't want uninvited guests just waltzing in here like they own the place. I mean, I was genuinely shocked when I saw you on the intercom screen.
Regardless, my brother will welcome us warmly, so it's not really an issue, is it? There's nothing for you to worry about. Can we move past this now?
What's with that tone of yours, acting all high and mighty like that? Let me tell you something. Even if Mike welcomes you with open arms, this house is not the kind of place for people like you, poor and unrefined.
Excuse me? I'd like some clarification on what you mean by that.
Just take a good look around. This house, this is what you'd call a mansion, right? It's not something you'll ever experience in your lifetime. Someone like you, who spends all day doing manual labor, wouldn't even dream of living in a place like this. Do you disagree?
Whether this house is a mansion or not isn't the point. What matters is that this is my brother's home, so I have every reason to visit. I don't need to justify myself to you.
Let me make something clear. Mike is an extraordinarily successful doctor. And then there's you. Compared to him, you're just a low-income, uneducated nobody. Honestly, with such a disparity between the two of you, it's as though the blood ties between you have been severed.
What exactly are you trying to imply here? Are you saying something about our relationship as siblings?
I'm saying that when there's this big a gap between siblings, it's only natural that the connection fades. In fact, I'd say the difference between Mike and you is so vast, it's like the two of you aren't even related anymore.
I don't think it's up to you to decide something like that. Blood ties don't just vanish because you feel like they should.
Oh, come on, don't take it so seriously. I was obviously joking, okay? It's just that people like you who live paycheck to paycheck don't seem to understand humor.
Right. If you're done with your so-called humor, I'd like to go inside and see my brother now. Could you please let us in?
Oh, fine. If you insist on being here, I won't stop you. Go ahead and come in. I'll unlock the door for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Sammy, what exactly is the meaning of this?
Huh? What do you mean? This is our housewarming party, of course. We've prepared a lovely feast. Oh, but unfortunately, we don't have seats for the two of you, so please feel free to use the balcony.
I see. So this is how you decided to treat us, by making such a petty gesture?
Well, it can't be helped, can it? There really aren't any seats left. But you know, our house is a mansion, and even the balcony is stunningly beautiful. I think the winter night sky is breathtaking, and I highly recommend it. Oh, I'll lock the balcony door to help you focus on enjoying the view.
That's fine, we'll just leave.
Oh, is that so? Goodbye then. And once you've realized your place, please don't bother coming here ever again.
By the way, what exactly are you going to tell Mike about why we left?
Oh, I'll just come up with some excuse. Mike is head over heels in love with me and trusts me completely, so no matter what nonsense you two might spout, he'll never believe a word of it.
I have no intention of spouting anything. I'm sure to Mike, you're a wonderful wife. It's not really my concern.
Don't try and act tough just because you're bitter about the situation. It's honestly so pathetic. But whatever, our house is far away from yours, so we're unlikely to ever cross paths again. Sorry for making you come all the way from the countryside for nothing. Oh, and make sure to tell that filthy, shabby-looking mother of yours the same.
Excuse me?
Don't tell me you didn't understand what I said. Tell your filthy, obviously poor-looking mother the same thing.
Take that comment back right now, and I'll let it slide. Everything up until this point I'll forget about if you retract that statement.
Huh? What on earth are you suddenly saying? Why are you acting all high and mighty?
Apologize and take back what you said. That's all it will take to resolve this.
on earth would I apologize? Are you stupid? If I apologized to someone as lowly as you, my very soul would rot away.
So you're refusing to apologize? Got it. Well then, don't say I didn't warn you.
What could someone as lowly as you possibly do to someone like me, someone who's clearly a winner in life? And while we're at it, why are you even talking to me so casually? Hey, pick up the phone already. I've been calling you over and over again.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear it ringing. The noise around here is kind of loud right now. Wait, what? 300 calls? That's insane!
No, this is way beyond insane. This is your doing, isn't it?
What exactly are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. I'm talking about you smashing the front of the house with heavy machinery. I can see it plain as day from the balcony. And what's worse, you're using your phone while operating that thing?
Well, when you put it that way, I guess you're right. All right then, I'll stop answering your calls.
Wait, no, hold on. Okay, fine. Just stop with the heavy machinery already.
And for the record, I'm sitting in the passenger seat right now. I'm not the one driving, so you can relax.
Do you seriously think you can get away with something like this? This isn't some joke you can just laugh off.
Oh, don't worry. I have no intention of treating this as a joke.
What the? I don't even know what to say to that. What the hell is wrong with you? You know what? Forget it. Put your mother on the phone. I need to talk to her.
You could at least call her mother-in-law since she's also your husband's mom. Why not just come here in person? You only have to step outside your house after all.
Like I'd risk leaving the house when someone is outside smashing it up with heavy machinery. Who knows what you'd do next?
And if you manage to talk to her, then what exactly do you plan to accomplish?
At the very least, I'd get a reasonable conversation, unlike this madness. You're absolutely insane, driving straight into someone's property with a machine like that?
So I'm the one who's insane, huh?
Of course you are. How could anyone think otherwise? Wait a minute. That's it. I'm calling the police right now.
Sure, go ahead. Call them all you want.
Why are you so calm about this? If the police show up, you're definitely going to get arrested. And whoever's driving that machine will be too.
If that's what you think, then why don't you go ahead and call them already?
Oh, I bet you will. You're not going to get away with this, you criminals. Looks like the police have arrived. Serves you right. I hope they slap handcuffs on you and drag you away. You'd better look forward to paying a hefty amount in damages and compensation. Don't worry, you don't have to be concerned about that. Huh? What? Who are you? I'm Mike's mother, which makes me your mother-in-law. I noticed messages from you on Bree's phone, so I decided to reply on her behalf. Oh, that's just perfect. It's better this way anyway, considering your daughter is about to be arrested by the police. Honestly, what kind of upbringing did you give her? She's completely out of her mind. As I said, there's no need to worry about her getting arrested. I'm currently explaining the situation to the police. What are you talking about? I mean that Bree won't be arrested, nor will she have to pay you any compensation or damages. That's all. What are you even saying right now? Are both of you insane? Honestly, I pity you two. Is this what happens when you're so poor you lose your mind? Wait, does that mean you're still in front of my house? Yes, actually I was the one driving the heavy machinery earlier. What? So you're the one responsible? I knew it. Both of you are completely insane. You know what? I'll report you to the police too. I'll call them right now. Before you do that, have you spoken to Mike yet? Of course not. Mike isn't even home right now. He left right after we ate the dinner I had prepared for our housewarming celebration. I have no idea where he went. Mike is here with us right now. What? Wait a minute. He is? And hold on. Why are the police leaving now?
It seems they've finally understood the situation. What a waste of time that was. Well, then I'll be resuming our work now.
Wait, no, hold on. Why isn't Mike stopping you from doing this?
Because we're doing this with his permission.
What?
This is Mike's private property. There are no neighboring houses around, and we have every right to do whatever we want here, even if that means demolishing something. Nobody has the grounds to complain.
I don't understand. Why would Mike give you permission for something like this? Do you even know how much effort he put into building this house?
Oh, I'm sure Mike understands that perfectly well. That's probably why he wants to tear it down.
What are you even saying? None of this makes any sense. Whatever, I'll just call Mike and confirm everything myself. What's going on? Why is Mike so angry at me? Why is he attacking me instead of the people who are trying to destroy the house he built?
Well, I'd guess it's because he found out you insulted someone who means a lot to him. It's probably a big deal for him.
What? No way, that's impossible. He has no way of knowing that. He trusts me completely. He believes in me.
Trusting you, huh? Well, if I were to show him these messages we've been exchanging, I think it'd be pretty clear to him what's been going on.
No, you can't use this as evidence. This could easily be fabricated. Anyone can fake these things. These images and screenshots are worthless.
So what you're saying is you're admitting to insulting us? You're acknowledging that you've been insulting us this whole time?
Yes, absolutely. You deserve it. You're the kind of people who should be insulted. You're the ones in the wrong, so don't try to blame me for this.
Did you forget? I'm here with Mike right now. I'm sitting right next to him having this conversation with you.
Oh, no.
And do you think Mike wouldn't believe what he's seeing right now? I'm here with him, showing him exactly what's been said. It's happening in real time, so there's no room for faking anything.
Wait, no, this isn't what it looks like. Mike, please, it's not like this. Just listen to me.
I'm sorry, but convincing Mike wasn't exactly easy for us either. He trusted you completely, and he was blind to the truth. You played him like a fiddle, didn't you? You've managed to pretend to be someone you're not, and now we see the real you.
So what are you going to do now? You've already destroyed the gate. Are you just going to keep going with this insane plan to take down my house?
Oh no, it's not just the gate. We're going to tear the whole house down. And you know what? Mike's okay with it. He agreed to it.
What? Wait, what? No way. Are you serious?
Bree was actually the one who suggested we leave it up to Mike, but I just couldn't stand by. I couldn't let Mike stay with someone like you, someone who pretends to care about him while secretly insulting his family. Behind his back, you've been talking down on everyone, and I couldn't let that slide.
What are you saying? How could you let this happen? Why are you doing this? You're the one who's been lying to Mike. I'll prove it to him. He'll never believe what you're saying.
Don't worry, I recorded everything. All your insults, I've got it all on tape. You won't get away with this.
You recorded me? No, you can't be serious.
I didn't stop there. I also told Mike that you only married him for his status, his wealth. That was your real intention all along, wasn't it? You wanted to climb the social ladder by being with him, and now it's all out in the open.
No, that's not true. You can't prove that. You don't have any proof. I love Mike for who he is, I swear.
Really? You're still going with that? Then what about David? That young guy, what's your excuse for that?
Wait, what are you talking about? Who's David?
Do you really think I didn't know about your affair? I've been keeping an eye on you for a while now. It didn't take much to figure out. But here's the thing, you've actually made it easier for me. Your affair helped us prove everything to Mike, so thanks for that.
How could you possibly know about that? How did you find out? This isn't possible.
Trust me, it's all been documented, and once we've brought this to Mike's attention, he realized everything. That's why he agreed to destroy this house. It's tainted now. It's been ruined by everything you've done. You have no say in it anymore.
Wait, you can't be serious. You're going to tear down a brand new house just like that? This is crazy. Mike's lost his mind, hasn't he? All three of you are just insane.
You know, it's not as simple as that. Mike trusted you more than anyone, so when that trust was broken, it hurt him deeply. And that hurt is why he decided to do this.
But this is insane. There has to be another way. You don't have to destroy everything over a lie.
I wish there'd been another way, but the reality is you've hurt him in ways that can't be ignored. You've shown him who you really are, and that's something he can't pretend didn't happen.
Let me talk to Bree. Out of all of you, she seems like the only one who might make sense. She's probably the only reasonable person here.
Go ahead, try to get in touch with her. I'm sure she'll have some things to say to you.
I can't believe this is happening. My whole world is falling apart right now. This is a nightmare. Hey, Bree,
Oh? It's rare for you to call me by name. What's going on?
Well, after hearing so many things, I figured talking to you would be the best option. You're just doing whatever Mike and your mother tell you, right? It's clear that they control you, and it's not like you're doing anything outside of that.
No, it was me who arranged for the heavy machinery, and it was me who said we should destroy the house. Mike has money, and he doesn't even want to look at this house anymore. He's finally come around to my way of thinking, so it's not just them pushing me. I didn't wait for anyone's permission. I took it into my hands and made sure we get the job done.
I see. So you're just as crazy as everyone else. Fine, let me talk to Mike then. He's not answering his phone. Maybe I can get him to listen to me and calm down. He's been avoiding me, and this whole situation is escalating way too far.
Mike isn't in a state to talk right now. Honestly, it's not going to help to talk to him. He's not the one calling the shots here.
So he's still in shock, huh? He must be devastated after everything that happened with me. I get it. It's obvious from how he reacted before. I didn't think it would come to this, but now I see how deeply this has affected him.
No, actually. He's jumping for joy as he watches the gate get torn down. He's thrilled, honestly. It's like a weight's been lifted off of him, watching this house fall apart. It seems like he finds satisfaction in destroying something that was supposed to be perfect, something that he worked hard for.
What?
It seems like he gets some satisfaction from watching something that's newly built get destroyed. The whole thing just seems to be an outlet for him. Maybe it's a way of letting off steam after everything else has been building up. Honestly, it's surprising, but also, it's not the worst thing to happen right now.
I see. So I've ended up marrying into a completely dysfunctional family. It's so messed up. All of this, every single thing we're doing now is way beyond normal. It's so much worse than I ever imagined. How did I get myself into this mess?
It wouldn't matter if it were us or anyone else. If you were involved with anyone, this is how it would turn out. This is the result of your own choices. If you had listened and stopped acting out of line, none of this would have happened. But here we are, and I'm not the one to blame.
No way. I am the only one in the world experiencing this situation. And it is all your fault for starting this mess with the heavy machinery to destroy the house. You're the one who took this too far. You gave the order, and now everything is spiraling out of control. You have ruined everything.
I was just thinking about walking into the house with a wooden sword and giving you a good beating. Would that have been better? You want to fight, you got one. I was so ready to take matters into my own hands before things got really out of hand.
Wait.
Anyone who insults my mother, I don't plan on letting them walk away unharmed. You're not going to get away with this. If you think you can just do whatever you want and get away with it, think again. I've had enough.
Wait, what? You're just joking, right?
I'm dead serious. But you know, my mom said, the pain from a punch will fade in a few days, so it's boring. So, I decided to destroy the thing you care about most. You've been flaunting this house in front of us for so long, haven't you? It's the perfect way to hurt you. If you can't learn your lesson from this, then nothing else will get through to you.
Your way of thinking is way too messed up.
And on top of that, once you lose Mike's trust, you'll have nothing left. A little injury can heal with time, but the things you lose, no matter how much time passes, you can't get those back. You've already lost so much, and this is just the beginning of what's coming.
Did I do something so terrible to deserve this kind of punishment? I just mocked you a little, didn't I? It's not that bad. I don't understand how things could have gotten this out of control. I was just having fun, and now look where it's gone. This is madness.
Insulting my mother in front of me is a serious crime. My mom raised me on her own, and I respect and appreciate her more than anyone else. Mike feels the same way. He owes everything to her. It was her earnings that helped him make something of himself. She worked so hard for us. Just thinking about it makes me want to cry. It's not just about what she's done for me, but for all of us. She's the reason we're here today.
I get that you guys care about your mom, but honestly, she's really something else.
That's exactly why I love her. When I went off the rails, my mom didn't get angry at me. Instead, she gave me a wooden sword as a gift. With that sword as my trademark, I became the leader of the local girls in our area, but I guess that's not important. It sounds crazy, but this was my reality, and it's still something I carry with me to this day.
So about that wooden sword you had earlier.
Yes, it's the one my mom gave me. By the way, I never used it to hit anyone. I've always told myself I'll use it when I meet someone I can't forgive in life. If I come across someone who truly deserves it, I won't hesitate. I've been patient until now, but things are changing. You may just be the person who pushes me to that point.
Does that mean I'm the one you're going to use it on?
Where I'm from, nobody ever talked down to us. Mike's position kept me from doing anything until now, but I can't hold back anymore. You pushed me to this point, and now there's no going back.
Wait, please, forgive me. Please don't hit me.
You don't deserve to have the sacred wooden sword swung at you. I don't want to commit any unnecessary sins either. I want to avoid violence, but you've left me with no other choice. If you don't listen to reason, this is where we end up.
I'm thankful you won't hit me, but when I married Mike, I quit my job. I don't have any savings, so how am I supposed to live from now on? What do you expect me to do? I've put everything on the line, and now I'm stuck. I don't know how I'm going to make it.
How should I know? Why don't you try living the lowly life you've mocked for so long? Of course, someone like you probably can't handle it though. You think you can just walk through life without consequences? This is the reality now. Deal with it.
How much longer are you going to keep mocking me? Fine, I'll tell you. My dad is the president of a famous company. If I ask him, I can easily get rid of you.
If your daughter is this much of a mess, then I guess your blood ties must be cut off automatically, huh?
Don't you dare mock me. Oh, so that's how it's going to be? What did you do?
What? What do you mean? Did you get locked out on the balcony?
You know exactly what you did. You locked the door from behind, didn't you? Open it now.
You're the one who said the lowlife should go to the balcony, right? Well, that's where you belong now, since you're about to become one. I never thought you would actually destroy it.
I didn't intend to actually tear the house apart either. I only meant it as a threat, but Mike seemed to get some kind of satisfaction from watching the house crumble.
That's kind of terrifying, though. Well, I suppose he was probably trying to settle the memories of that damn woman, right? Anyway, Mom, I really appreciate what you did this time.
Why, I had a great time. It was nice to see you in your wild, reckless state again after so long.
Well, as a mother, you're supposed to stop your daughter when she's out of control.
I trust you. Sammy, too. She was out on the balcony in no time, wasn't she?
Well, it wasn't exactly instant, After all, if anything went wrong, it could cost us.
Right, and you haven't even used that wooden sword yet. You're really a kind-hearted person, so I'm not worried about you.
I still think that's a bit of a stretch. I'm pretty dangerous, A lot like you, actually.
No, you're normal. Mike seemed a little off, though, but he'll be fine. More importantly, what about you? How are things on your end?
What do you mean? Are you talking about the marriage stuff? I've been in relationships too, you know.
Oh, I see. But if you introduce some good-for-nothing guy, I'll make sure to cut him down with that wooden sword of mine, so you better be ready for that.
Sammy went through a divorce from Mike. It wasn't just a simple breakup. The situation was complicated and messy, to say the least. Sammy had gathered undeniable evidence of Mike's infidelity, and it had led to a court ruling that ordered him to pay alimony. She had everything lined up: the proof, the legal counsel, and a sense of vindication. However, the reality of her own situation was far from ideal. Sammy, who had relied on her husband for financial stability and indulged in a life of luxury, found herself in an even worse predicament. The divorce had left her without a job, without any form of income, and with a lifestyle that was unsustainable without Mike's financial support. She was accustomed to the high life: designer clothes, lavish vacations, and expensive taste. But once that was gone, it became clear just how much she had been living beyond her means. In addition to the alimony, Sammy found herself burdened with enormous debts. She had accumulated millions of dollars in debt, which included not only the alimony payments, but also the lifestyle expenses that she had been running up during the marriage. It wasn't just a few $1,000s here and there. It was a staggering amount. Living a life based on spending without any regard for savings or long-term planning had caught up with her. There was no immediate way out, no solution in sight. Sammy had no choice but to turn to her parents for help. However, relying on her parents wasn't going to be the easy fix she might have expected. Her father was the president of a well-known, successful corporation, and he was a man who was known for his strict demeanor and high expectations. He had always pushed Sammy to be independent, to work hard, and to create a life for herself that didn't rely on others. But despite his success, despite his wealth, Sammy had always relied on her relationships, particularly her marriage, for security. Now that foundation had been shattered, and Sammy was forced to face the consequences of her actions. When her father learned about her situation, he was devastated. He didn't have the compassion that Sammy might have expected. Instead of offering comfort or financial support, he was deeply disappointed in her choices. Her father was the kind of man who held his family to high standards, and he was someone who had always prided himself on building a life of integrity and respect. Sammy's behavior, her recklessness, her failure to take responsibility for her financial decisions, was a direct contradiction to everything her father stood for. It wasn't just that Sammy had made a mistake, it was that she had made a series of choices that were careless and self-indulgent. Her father's anger was not just at her actions, but at the fact that she had taken for granted the privileges she had been given and failed to see the value of hard work and responsibility. Sammy's fall from grace was swift and brutal. She lost the financial support of her husband, and now her father. The one person who could have helped her in this difficult time was just as disappointed as Mike. There was no safety net for her anymore, no one to pick up the pieces. It seems that, with no other options left, Sammy disappeared from the public eye. No one really knew where she went or what she was doing. She had been so high on the social ladder, so deeply embedded in her circle of wealth and influence. But now she had become a shadow. It's impossible to know exactly what she's going through. Is she living in hiding, hoping that her past will disappear? Or is she trying to rebuild, starting from nothing? The questions linger, but answers seem elusive. The most intriguing thing about Sammy's situation is how she must feel now. Having once looked down on others, believing herself to be above the struggles of the average person, how does it feel to be at the bottom? How does it feel to be powerless, to have to rely on others when once she had been the one people relied on? There was a time when she would never have imagined that she would be the one asking for help, the one facing financial ruin. She had lived a life that many people would envy: luxurious homes, expensive vacations, designer everything. But now that life had crumbled. It's hard not to wonder how she reflects on all of this. Does she regret her actions? Does she see the consequences of her choices and feel remorse? Or does she feel justified in some way, blaming others for her downfall instead of taking responsibility for her own decisions? It's unclear, but what is certain is that her world had been turned upside down. Mike, on the other hand, has taken a completely different approach after the divorce. Unlike Sammy, who fell into despair and financial ruin, Mike has begun to rebuild his life in a way that feels healthier and more balanced. He sold a land that he and Sammy had once dreamed of using to build their perfect home, a mansion that would reflect their wealth and status. But after the divorce, Mike realized that none of that mattered. The grand house, the expensive cars, the lifestyle of luxury, none of it had brought him true happiness. In fact, once he separated from Sammy, he realized that he didn't want any of those things anymore. They had been a reflection of his relationship with Sammy, a relationship that had been driven more by appearances and materialism than by genuine love or fulfillment. Now, Mike lives alone in a modest apartment. It's not much, but it's enough. He's no longer interested in chasing the superficial aspects of life. The fancy clothes, the luxurious vacations, and the glamorous parties all seem meaningless now. What he values is his work, his career, and his personal growth. He has returned to his practice as a doctor, dedicating himself to his patients and his profession. His life has become more focused, more purposeful, and while it may not be as extravagant as it once was, it's far more fulfilling. Mike has come to realize that happiness doesn't come from material wealth or living in excess. It comes from within, from feeling a sense of purpose and contributing to the lives of others. This realization has given him a peace that he had never known before, and he's slowly started to rebuild his life, not based on what others expect of him, but on what truly matters to him.